After the death of a man in Thornton, a 9 News Investigates report raises some concerns about the conclusions reached as to how he died.
That's why investigative reporter Chris Vanderveen joins us now. Chris, sadly, this is a story we've heard before, a man dying under a pile of officers who were trying to arrest him.
Tom, his name was Alex Gutierrez. Few covered the case. It really got next to no attention. We started looking into it early last year because we were examining deaths related to something known as excited delirium. The term showed up as the cause of death on Gutierrez's autopsy report in 2017. The second time that year, the Adams County coroner concluded that a death followed intense police restraint was caused by the two-word term. We really dug into the Gutierrez case. What was clear is that Gutierrez was selling drugs, tried to run from police, and then there was a fight, a violent one. We know police held him face down or prone, that he on at least 2 occasions screamed, "I can't breathe." Instead of focusing on the restraint, the coroner zeroed in on something known as excited delirium. And now we have an outside expert, a board-certified forensic pathologist, who tells us and the family that it was a bad and incorrect conclusion.
He was face down, or we say the prone position, and they were holding him down on his back. But for the restraint component, Mr. Gutierrez would not have died at that time. I have no doubt that his case is a homicide. None.
It's about as definitive as it gets. Here's where you need to know. A homicide determination doesn't mean a crime was involved. It simply means Dr. Gorniak believes the officer's actions contributed to the death. One more thing. Excited delirium. The state has now banned its use on autopsy reports due to our reporting, and officers can no longer train on it here in Colorado, also due to our reporting. What is it? We're going to have much more on that and the significance in this case tonight at 9 and 10.
You look at this, and we've seen it recently with, of course, all the DNA problems surrounding Missy Woods and the CBI. How much recourse do you have years later after a death like this?
And that's part of the problem, is that really no one is advocating for a review of these cases. We've found more than 225 deaths around the country that are linked to this dubious term, excited delirium. Oftentimes they happen after law enforcement restraint. You know the case of George Floyd. You know the case of Elijah McClain. But there are other cases that get zero attention. And this many years afterwards, sometimes it takes an investigative reporter to sort of start asking questions to sort of pry loose some of the answers.
And this is something that's usually tied to interactions with police. We don't see excited delirium show up on autopsies where police aren't involved.
That's the problem. And really, that's the issue that's been raised so many times, is that when people die of excited delirium, people swear that they've seen it. Paramedics swear that they've seen it. Officers swear that they see it. But when somebody dies, it almost always follows law enforcement restraint. And it raises the question, did the restraint kill somebody? Or did this dubious, sort of nebulous idea of how somebody died, did that kill somebody? What we've now learned is that almost always it's the restraint that leads to the death.
We'll see more tonight at 9 and 10. Chris, thanks.
You bet.